Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed the story time all about learning about the sun. And we're going to do a little activity to extend the learning. This is making a sundial. I do have kits to go out, but they're very, very simple. All they have is a Chinet plate, a pencil, which is sharpened, and some instructions. And if you have those ingredients at home, you don't have to come in and get one of ours, you can use your own. So first what you can do is color the plate. You can put some fancy warm colors on it, reds and yellows and oranges, fancy designs. You could even have it look like my friend's sun from the skit that we did with a face, or not, but you know, something that would be nice and cheerful. Now you're going to take the plate and the sharpened pencil, and you're going to make a hole right in the center, as close to the center as you can. And I don't want you to make the hole too big because the pencil needs to stand up straight. So go all the way through. And you want it to be perpendicular. There's a word for you. Perpendicular, that means it's standing up as straight as it can. And that way when you place it down, it will stand up straight and create the shadow that will help you tell time. And that is why a sundial was one of the earliest instruments that people used before we had moving instruments, moving mechanical instruments, to help them know what time it was. So just hang on with me just a second. It is evening as I record this, so I do not have access to the sun. So we're going to use a flashlight for today, but you can use outside in your yard. Find a spot that is wide open and there's no shade coming in, that will be exposed to sun for the longest period of time that you would plan to do this activity. And I'd also ask you to, if it's to prevent any wind, if you find any rocks or pebbles, place them along the edges of the plate so that it does not move, because one of the most important things of this is to keep the plate in one place and not moving around. So stay with me just a second and we're going to look at how we would record the time. So this pole, which is a pencil, and a sundial is called a gnomon, Gnomon, and that's the name for that. And I'm using a flashlight in place of the sun. So let us pretend that at this particular angle, the sun is at 10 o'clock in the morning. And so you can see there is a shadow, and we're going to draw a line. If you have a straight edge, that would be a great way to capture it more neatly than this. And 10 o'clock would be the time. And then when you go back inside, come back out again, and now let's say it is 11 o'clock. I'm doing this holding my umbrella, holding my flashlight, and also trying to record, and the plate is moving. So it's not a perfect experiment, but yours will be anchored down to the ground. And now let's pretend it is noon, 12 noon. And 12 noon is when the sun is really high up in the sky. So you might want to encourage your child to notice the lengths of the shadows. See how that is so much shorter. And that is 12 o'clock. Now let's go to 1 o'clock. And look at the shadow now. It's lengthening again. 1 p.m. 2 o'clock. and so on. Now, you're probably only going to be able to get about 6 hours in the course of a day. But you can notice if as long as the plate is not moving while you're doing the experiment, you will see it moves around as the sun moves, and the shadow lengthens and shortens. And the angle of the light is what affects the size of the shadow. The sun is highest in the sky right here at midday and casts a short shadow. And in the morning, like here, and in the afternoon, it casts a longer shadow when the sun is lower in the sky. And if your child will probably observe that this resembles a clock. And when the sun shines on the gnomon, the shadows are cast at different markings on the sundial. So once you have created this, you can leave it there for a few days and just go outside and say, oh, what time is it? Let's go find out. And then come back in and double check to make sure that the time is working correctly. People were able to tell the time based on the particular mark of time on which the sun's shadow fell. And they did not have clocks or timers or phones or any other way to tell time other than the sun. So that is our quick and easy experiment today. And you can see that as you go through people's gardens or famous museums or just in literature or other places around the world, you'll see examples of sundials. And some of them are made for the beauty, some of them are made for the functionality. And most of the time you'll just understand now that they do have a purpose, and you can make your own, or you can enjoy the ones that you find out in the world. So there you have it. So there you have it. That was our quick and easy sundial experiment today. You can make your own, or you can pick up some materials from us. Just fill out the form. The sundial will be available on our form with all of our maker crafts and STEM kits and other things like that. So I hope you enjoyed the story, Sun 1 in a Billion, and also this little experiment, and that you'll get outside with your child and make a sundial. And if you do, and you want to send us a picture of it, especially if you've decorated yours particularly nicely, we would love to see it, and we'll put it on our social media. So thank you and have a great day.